So, fun fact about my camera, I recorded with a SDHC memory card, or an SD card. And for me, my computer, this lovely little PC down here, it doesn't have an input for SD cards. So what I have to do every time I record anything with this is I have to bring the SD card all the way upstairs to my dad's computer, put all the files onto that computer, transfer them to a USB, and then bring the USB down here where I can edit it on my editing software. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, you buy a fucking laptop. Boom! Now all I gotta do is just transfer it onto here and then put it onto a USB drive and then take it off of this and put it back onto there and then edit. The point is, I really am just trying my hardest to never ever talk to my father, okay? I will never do it.
Yo, release was semi, besides the Henny, his eyes that seen plenty. Things get skinny as of Queens with the Craig Jenny.
Good day, good evening, good morning, or good night, complete strangers. And today, it's time for another update video, because it's July. And apparently, I just now realized the only time I do update videos is in July, because I'm a goddamn patriot! So, I've noticed with my past update videos, it's like 90% me just rambling on and on about a bunch of irrelevant shit and boring my audience, and 10% an actual interesting video. So, today, I'm going to try and balance out the two. So, peanut butter. It's been 5 long years since I've consumed peanut butter. This is not a joke, and so now I am on a quest to find the ever-elusive peanut butter, and I will kill anyone that gets in my way.
Hey! I need you to do the recycle!
So my channel's been pretty dead. That's pretty obvious to all of you. Everyone's been reminding me, everyone's been talking to me about it, I get it. And I really need to answer for it, for real, this time. These past couple update videos have really been leading you guys astray. Far too often, I've told my audience, and I've told my friends, and I've told everybody that I'm like in the process of finishing some really amazing video, and it's almost done, it just needs to be edited and uploaded, but the truth is that's just not happening. Really, I would just say things like that because I wanted to force myself into thinking, no, you made a promise. You gotta get to work now, okay? But what really was happening was I was just getting overly ambitious with projects when I had no right to be. And that overambition would make the projects so crazy that I got scared about working on them because I thought they would just be shit. Like, it's taken me so many years to try and break this habit of mine. And this is a habit I think a lot of early filmmakers get into. The moment that you're told, oh, you can do literally anything with a camera, that's what I would do. And I think this is kind of evident if you look at some of my earlier videos, like the ice bucket challenge. It was an ice bucket challenge. Like, I was just supposed to pour fucking water over my head. But I made it into this stupid This is for Louis. Into this stupid, overly elaborate, crazy-ass video. With the Caddy birthday vid. Okay, compute. Give me some ideas for birthday presents. I was just given an email by Rosie saying like, oh, make some short little vid talking about Caddy in it. And then I made this big fucking elaborate shit about like making a birthday present for him. This big long sketch.
Write him his autobiography.
I wanted to do that with all of my reviews, but make them even bigger. Like, more bigger, more huge, more everything. With every update video, I would have some kind of sketch put to it. That's because I just, in my head, I just get way too excited and way too overly ambitious.
Don, you're out of here.
You alright?
So, is this what you do when you're not filming?
This is why I haven't released a video in 3 months.
3 months?
Yeah, 3 whole fucking months. The whole holiday season. But the thing is, when I do that with YouTube, and I do that with every single episode of my game reviews, it makes me go a little crazy, you know? And then I get scared, and then I put too much love and too much, like, care into every single project that I started to get really stir crazy. And I don't think I've made that clear enough to you guys. I put so much stress into making videos, and you'd never know it because I put so much into them that they're never even made. For example, the Phoenix Wright videos. Everybody talks about them. Everybody makes jokes. Oh, why don't you just make them? Why don't you just make them? Because of this! A phone? No. A pink phone? My friend, Skylar, if you guys follow the streams at all, he is always on them. And in a stream, he said something that made me finally, like, wake up and go, oh shit, that's the problem. He told me, you know, hey, so many people are asking about these Phoenix Wright videos. I think you really should just bite the bullet and make one. And I just sat there and thought to myself, it's not about biting the bullet and making the Phoenix Wright videos. It's that I made the Phoenix Wright videos so asininingly complicated that I don't know anybody that could make what I had planned work. It's pretty obvious the Phoenix Wright videos are never going to happen, but if you guys are curious what was going to happen, I was going to green screen myself into the courtroom. I was going to follow the Phoenix Wright games, and then the sequel. I was going to die. Sophisticate was going to then do the Apollo Justice series, and every character that wasn't played by me would be a voice actor that I hired. Yeah, it was gonna suck, and I knew it. I just really want to stop pretending like I'm making movies on YouTube. I'm really not. If I want to make a movie, then I'll make a fucking movie. Why don't I just make funny, goofy, stupid shit? Why don't I stop taking this seriously? Why did it take me, like, I don't know, 5 years to just calm the fuck down? I'm sorry, Father. But wasn't it always you that said, a promise is a promise?
No.
There it is, the long famed peanut butter. You've eluded my grasp for so long, and I don't like that very much. But that's okay, because I know you didn't really mean it. So let me sort of explain what's been physically going on. My channel's pretty consistently been stop and go, stop and go, stop and go, but there's been this little bit of time that most people think of as the time when my channel was active, between 2012 and 2015. That was when I was putting out game reviews semi-consistently. The Smash Bros. Review, Rayman, Ed, Eddy, whatever. About around that time, there were loads of game reviewers that I knew personally or didn't know personally that were such an active community. But as the years went on, these creative people started to fade away into their own space, and by the end of 2015, I graduated from community college. And it was about around that time that my inspiration to make videos was starting to fade. And again, I was getting overly ambitious with my videos, but on top of that, my community of game reviewers was fading away. The fad was fading away. I would look to game reviews and they'd all just be really boring or lame, or people would just stop making them altogether, and that was kind of an upsetting feeling. It's kind of upsetting to be a part of that community and then watch them fade away into their own space. That never happened to me before, and now it sort of feels like I'm a part of the drawing community. So there's a point where I had to stop being creative and just sit back and ask myself, Hayden, what are you doing with your life? And that's sort of where ThoughtCan came in. I just needed some kind of creative outlet that was easy to make. And before I get too guilty about saying that, loads of longtime YouTubers managed to go that route of making a podcast, and ThoughtCan was a pretty big success with lots of people, so I don't really feel any regret in that decision. It's been a really fun and creative process, making a podcast, assembling people, and making the art. And making the episodes that you see now, which I'll talk about that in a little bit. What I do regret, though, is not realizing my situation sooner so that I could be on the same level as my audiences. I feel like a lot of people have just been really confused these past couple of years, not sure where I am at, and not sure where the channel's at, and not sure where any of my fucking reviews are at. I wasn't jerking off! So to briefly explain where I'm at, I have a job now, I graduated community college, and now I'm back in college, but this time for a bachelor's degree. I've got one more year of the degree to go before I then get it, but I'm on summer vacation right now, so I'm able to make this video and make it as stupid as possible. Peanut butter. You peanut better get ready.
Cease your spoonery, lest you wish to lick the roof of your mouth for 40 days and 40 nights. You can only acquire my peanut bee if you answer my riddles 3.
Yeah, but like you're, how the... Okay.
I have traveled many lands and slain hundreds to get to this moment. In honor of my dead father, I accept your challenge!
No.
First riddle. What is brown?
Is there more to it than that?
Are you answering a question with another question?
No.
Oh! Peanut butter! Correct!
Fuck you! So basically, I've been dealing with college, keeping a job, and figuring myself out over these past couple of years, and that's what's been holding up my videos. But whatever, what's next? Well, I know everybody really wants the reviews to come back, and honestly, I am really willing to do anything to be creative. Wait a second. But at the moment, I'm just far too caught up in college to make any reviews. I have finished one half of the program, and then after summer vacation, I'll have 9 more months, and then, if all goes well, I'll then graduate. While I can't see the future, my assumption is by then, I'll be in a good place to start producing videos again. But at the moment, I have no reviews and no big projects planned for a year. And I am actually truly very sorry about that, and I really want to try and stress that to you guys. I get how annoying this must sound coming from me, like you guys probably subscribed from Caddy or you subscribed from Rebel Taxi and we're hoping for some really cool game reviews, and then I just tell you, I got nothing! Come back in a year, fuck boy! I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm letting you guys down. I don't want to lie to you guys anymore. I want to be 100% honest with you guys from now on, because I feel like I've been lying to you since the beginning of my channel.
Riddle number 2. In the early 1900s, what incredible feat was met that changed not only the course of history, but the way we perceive society, culture, and maybe even reality itself?
George Washington Carver invented over 100 uses for the peanut.
No, shut up! No!
So what? That's not it then?
It's not. I mean, no, it's not wrong. I think.
You think?
Well, I didn't hear you. Say it again.
That's because you yelled over me.
Come on, no sass, just riddle answers.
George Washington Carver.
And who is that? Do you even know?
I don't know. He's a guy. It doesn't matter.
What kind of guy?
A nice guy?
How would you know that? You've never met him. You failed!
Yo, fuck off. I got that right. You just don't want to admit that all these stupid riddles are peanut
You fucked the shut up! You fucked the right up shut now! I am a very clever peanut jar and will be respected as such! You fool! You clown! Who are you to judge me? You're wearing a papier-mâché Viking helmet!
Oi! Do not even make fun of this helmet. This was made and given to me by my dead father. Right, Dad?
No.
Enough! Fine. You got it right. Whatever. Next riddle.
Sorry, man.
Whatever. Dude.
But that doesn't mean that nothing isn't coming out. Okay? ThoughtCan is ending. Shut the fuck up! I have one more season of ThoughtCan planned, and then after that, that's it. No more ThoughtCan afterwards. If I make any kind of talky, vloggy type video, then it won't be an official episode of ThoughtCan. It'll just be some video that I just happened to make. Every preceding episode from now on will feature the ThoughtCan crew going on some kind of adventure, leaving the cave, which, if you've been following the series, we somehow ended up in a cave after, you know, a while. But now we are on a quest, and we are now leaving the cave and traveling all around the world back to the original ThoughtCan studios in my made-up, fakey story that I've attached to ThoughtCan. If you've seen the latest episode of ThoughtCan, then you'll remember that it opened up with Jradgex talking into like a little recorder and explaining the story so far, and then afterwards, the actual episode starts.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to ThoughtCan. Are you kidding me?
That I plan to be how the rest of the ThoughtCans will go. It'll open up with Jradgex illustrating the story a little bit, and then the episode will happen. Nothing that we say in the episode should relate to this story that's going on in ThoughtCan, only the things that Jradgex says into the tape recorder. And that story will eventually come to an end in what I believe to be a very good conclusion. I already have it planned out, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it from start to finish. But I guess we'll see. Secondly, while I'm in college, I can't do any actual game review videos, but I do intend to write some game reviews and put them up on Twitter for any kind of game that I happen to be playing at the time. For example, right now I'm playing Shovel Knight, and I might write a review for it because I had a lot of mixed opinions about Shovel Knight initially, but I went back to the game now, and my opinions may or may not have changed for better or for worse. So if you guys would like to see written reviews and kind of like have a little discussion about games that have caught my interest, or you just want to hear my opinion on certain games, then follow me on Twitter, because my Twitter has been very active lately. Also, I post all of my art up on Twitter, if anybody is interested in it. If you guys seen my art style with ThoughtCan, or maybe if you guys already follow me on Twitter or Tumblr, I have really become quite the artist these past couple of years, and it's become my big passion now. I'm making a webcomic. It's a big time thing. I'm putting a lot of effort and time into it. It's this long, ongoing story. It's about a girl named Meryl who goes on a camping trip with her parents, and she wants to go off and find adventure, but when she leaves just a little bit of the outskirts of her campgrounds, she notices that the campgrounds are blocked off with this giant wooden wall of interconnected trees, and when she touches them, the trees are dead, and so she thinks this forest is strange, this forest is weird, and so she, being a little adventurer, she wants to figure out what's going on in the forest. And it's a fun adventure story about this girl embarking on this crazy ass adventure that she was not at all prepared for, but she learns to be prepared. The entire premise of the story is the idea that if you were in a fantasy situation, you'd probably die. To compare it to anything else, it's greatly inspired by the Studio Ghibli films and the anime Trigun. A lot of the visual style is taken more from Samurai Jack, and I guess you could say Meryl's design and sort of her character is heavily inspired by Heather Mason from Silent Hill 3. So if you guys watched my review of that and you liked how I saw Heather Mason, you might like Meryl. But I guess we're just all going to have to find out. So the theme of the comic is about adapting to situations as they're happening to you. And it's also just a story about going on an adventure and having a cool time. So if that sounds interesting to you, follow me on Twitter because I have updates about it all the time. Follow the Emerald Eyes Tumblr because that's where I'm going to be posting it initially. I may put it up on Tapastic later if I figure out how to make that work. No pages have gone up yet, and it'll be released act by act, which is a series of like 3 chapters each. So I'm going to release them in bursts because I want people to read a lot of Emerald Eyes as it comes out. I don't like the idea of releasing it page by page. And lastly, let's talk Patreon. So while I'm not making reviews anymore, I am still making art, and I wanted to revamp my Patreon into an art Patreon. If anyone is interested in supporting me, then my Patreon will be switched around. I don't have all the rules and all the reward tiers up yet, and if you don't know what Patreon is, then I will have a Patreon video coming out to explain all of my new rules and how it works. But basically, if you guys are following my Patreon for game reviews, the Patreon will no longer be for game reviews. So if you guys don't want to support that, then drop yourself off the Patreon. Don't even worry about it. Just flick yourself off. The new Patreon will be focused on the art that I make and my progress in making Emerald Eyes. And it will be not on a release basis, but on a monthly basis, pay by monthly. And the reward tiers will probably range from $1 to $5, if not less money. Patreon is no longer a thing where I have like $20 up to like $50 per video. I'm done with that, I really am. But a lot of that will be explained once the Patreon video is out, so wait for that.
True, man. No, and then hear me out here. All right. And then I told him, shut up, Glowbox.
All right. I forgive you. Thank you, PB. I knew you'd understand, man. I guess it's just been so long since anybody's done my riddles that I don't know. I never realized how easy they are.
No, you stop that shit right now, okay? It's not because you're uncreative, and it's not because they're too easy, it's just because they're all about the same thing. You need to branch out more, find new material to work with. There's more to life than just peanuts.
Maybe for you. But all my life is peanuts, butter, and the jar that holds it.
Well, but you know what they say about peanuts, right?
No. What?
We hold them like it's one snack
And only take it for face value. But once we rip off that outer shell, do you know what we find? This analogy is kind of stupid.
2 peanuts!
But I don't have a shell!
Your shell is your peanut puns, PB. Listen to me! You can make a good riddle. You just need to come out of your shell!
There was a plane crash. Every single person died. Who survived?
All the married couples.
Yeah!
Oh, that's so good! Oh, that's so good! Yes! Yes! That is so clever! That is so clever! I knew you could do it, PB! I fucking knew you could do it, baby! Yeah!
All right. So, what is big and yellow and comes in the morning to brighten Mother's Day?
Well, I don't quite know about that one, PB, but that sounds kind of racy.
The school bus! Oh
my goodness, PB, that is doubly clever because I was on a school bus. Oh my goodness! Yes! Yes!
I got another one. I go in hard, come out soft. You blow me hard. What am I?
Wieners much?
It's gum! Oh!
Fucking shit. Yes! Yes!
The king is back! The king is back!
Oh my goodness gracious, Dad! Would Would you like some peanut butter?
No.
Thank you guys so much for sticking with me and all of my stupid fucking decisions. The battery is running out on the camera, so thank you guys so much. There's going to be a lot of things that will be happening in a year, but for now, ThoughtCan will be ending. Patreon is a thing. I'll make a video about it. Please follow me on Twitter because I'm more active there than I am anywhere else. I love you guys. Battery, just don't do this to me, man. Just don't do this to me, all right? I'm already having a fucking panic attack. I have no control over my life right now, and I don't have any control over you either, honestly. Like, okay. I was kind of stalling, Battery. I was trying to, like, make a funny thing because I was hoping you would cut out, but you were really taking a long time to die. You're doing, like, you're just doing your own thing right now. This is... I'm like really disappointed in you right now, Battery. I expect more from you. Why don't you die faster? Why don't you die faster?